Oh, doing great. Hi YouTube, I'm Taylor. Welcome to Ginger Next Door. Today's video is going to be a get ready with me. I'm going to show you how I did this little smoky eye, vampy lip kind of moment here. I also tested out the L'Oreal 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. This is not new, but it's new to me, so I'll let you know my thoughts on that. Let's get started. First things first, as usual, get the hair out of the face. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is prime my face using the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter primer. Just going to take a pump of that on my hand. And of course, rub it into the face. Obviously, cannot skip this step, Pixie Under Eye Concealer to hide the dark circles. I'm taking this on a Morphe R33 brush and just pressing that under my eyeballs. You wanna know a secret? I've actually been like sleeping, trying to get like good sleep and like drinking water and stuff. My under eyes are not as horrible as they used to be. Shocking, right? That's my big beauty tip of 2020. Drink some freaking water. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my foundation. So this is the L'Oreal Infallible? The L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Ah, it has an SPF of 25. I just picked this up at Target. There was a lot of people, there was a lot of people that have mentioned this in their 2019 favorites, and I wanted to try this out. I love a good drugstore foundation. So, oh, it has a fancy pump. I'm gonna go ahead and try this today. I'm gonna take, oh, that is liquidy. Am I supposed to shake this? It's a lot more liquidy than I expected. I'm not mad about it though. I love a liquidy foundation. This is the L'Oreal blending sponge. This is one of my very favorites to apply foundation. I'm going to dot that on my face first. I don't know if my sponge smells like the soap I used to wash it or if this... No, it's just my sponge. My sponge just smells like soap. I was really concerned that this foundation smelled weird, but it's just my stuff I use to clean my brushes. This is nice. It looks like my skin, but better. I would say this is a medium coverage. I can already tell that if you wanted to do 2 layers, it would build nicely, or if you wanted to use a brush to get that more full coverage kind of a look. But I like it. The color is nice. It's giving me really good coverage, like in my little breakout areas, but it's not sticking to any of my little dry spots. Very weird. I would say this is more of like a demi-matte finish. So if you are more combo to dry, you might actually really like this. Or on this pimple that I can't stop picking. And let's go ahead and just take that on the under eyes as well. Oh boy, that might have been a lot. That's okay. It's gonna really have a lot of coverage on my under eyes today. Yeah, that blends in really nicely, and it's not super drying, but again, it's not like, I don't have like a dewy finish, but like, look, I just kind of have this like, she's so glowy kind of look. I know I'm probably speaking too soon because like, it's been on my face for 30 seconds, but I can already kind of tell it's a good one. Last time I tried out a drugstore foundation, I thought I didn't need to set it with a powder. That was a bad idea. To avoid any issues, and to make sure that our foundation looks fantastic, I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Fit Me powder and just give myself a little of that, especially in my creasing areas. This foundation and powder combination plays really well together so far. Oh my gosh, what a great day. I love this powder because it's very like finely milled. It's not chunky at all, and so it just blends out beautifully. It doesn't stick to anything weird. My skin looks so smooth. I'm like literally shocked right now. Okay, next thing, I also picked up something new because I can't stop spending money ever. See, but I don't feel guilty when this is like a $4 bronzer. That's less than a Starbucks. It's totally fine. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in the shade Ticket to Brazil. It's been 28 years and she still can't get this open. Oh, I got it. Okay. Doesn't smell like anything. I'm gonna go ahead and bronze my face using this big fat fluffy brush. This is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH02 brush. I really hope that this is a good shade. Oh, it's not showing up very well. Let's see. Oh, actually in the viewfinder it looks nice. Okay. It's a little lighter than I normally go for bronzer, but yeah, it has like a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not obnoxious. I do wish this was just a touch more pigmented, but seriously, it was like $5, so it's fine. Oh, that's really shimmery. That's okay. I feel like this would be great for days when you don't wear very much makeup and you just need a little extra something. My forehead looks so pale. Okay, I'm gonna take another bronzer because I simply can't with this. This is the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. I'm just gonna give it a little bit less shimmer, a little bit more warmth. Not mad about this bronzer, but don't necessarily know if I'll use it constantly. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I do have a new blush to test out. This is the Maybelline Cheek Heat Sheer Gel Cream Blush. Mine is in the shade 15, Nude Burn. I'm not totally sure how this blush is gonna work on top of my powder products because since obviously it's cream. So hopefully it will be fine. I'm just gonna take a little of this on the back of my hand. I'm gonna take this little sponge that is, I think this is a Real Techniques blending sponge that is specifically for cream blushes and contour, I think. Oh, I never know how to go about cream blushes. Here we go. How do you control it? I'm just gonna tap that out with my fingers a little bit. I'm gonna try the other side just using my fingers. And the sponge. I kind of don't know how to feel about that. I don't hate it. I don't know why I think that I can handle cream products, because I certainly can't. I feel like this could be really pretty, again, if you were not really wearing very much makeup, but it's not sitting very nicely with my bronzer. I don't know. What do you guys think? Have you tried this? Do you have tips for how to use a cream blush? Please let me know, because right now it's feeling a little third grade dance concert to me. Guess what? This is my holy grail. I've had this for less than a month, and I seriously am in love. This is a Jaclyn Hill loose highlighter in the shade High Volt. I'm obsessed with it. I cannot believe how much I love it. It's amazing. It's like a rose gold, which is my favorite color in the entire world. And I also really, really love her little highlighting brush. First of all, look how beautiful and sparkly. Second of all, this is such an interesting shape for a highlighter brush. I have never used such a dense little fan brush on my face before, and I absolutely love it. Okay, this is the J03 brush, if you were curious. I went to Las Vegas a couple of weeks ago, and of course had to go to the Morphe store and spend money that I didn't need to spend. And I saw this there, and I tried to talk myself out of it, but it just kept begging me to come home with me, so I let it. And I am so glad I did. It was worth every penny. First of all, that highlighter is super intense as it is, but the way that this brush applies highlight is just phenomenal. This is more if you want that like really intense beaming highlight. She has another one that's like more fluffy, so it's not quite so intense. I went a little nuts because I always do. I'm also gonna give myself just a tiny bit of that on my nose and my upper lip. I'm gonna do my brows really quick. I'm not gonna make you watch that process because it takes 45 years. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll move on to the eyeballs. Okay, now that the eyebrows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and start on my eyeshadow. I am gonna go ahead and prime my eyelids with the, what is this? Wet n Wild Photo Focus Eyelid Primer. Okay, I'm gonna mix these two shades right here. This is Silk Cream and NFEO. And I'm going to take that through my crease to give myself a good base to start with. And I'm going in with my fluffiest eyeshadow brush. This is a Morphe M504 brush. This is my absolute favorite for blending that crease color. And I am taking that color almost all the way up to my eyebrow. Not quite all the way, but close enough all the way. Next, I'm gonna take this smaller fluffy brush, like a medium-sized fluffy brush. Take the shade right here that's called Pooter, and keeping that in the crease as well, but farther down, not quite as high as that first shade. I'm gonna take that a little bit on the inner corner as well. Oh, I just poked my eye so hard with that. Whoo! And I'm gonna go back to that first fluffy brush with no extra product just to help to blend that out a little bit more. Then on a even smaller fluffy brush, I'm gonna take this shade, which is called Mocha, and I'm going to really focus this on the outer, like, V shape of my eyeball. And keeping it really close to the lid and not as high into the crease. And I really like to just kind of lay that color down and then blend it. Get it most of it exactly where you want it, and then just blend it out so you don't have like super intense lines or anything. Okay, and then very last thing on the top lid, I'm going to go ahead and take this dark brown right here that's called Chip. And I'm going to use this to kind of create almost like a winged liner effect, but not having to use actual eyeliner. And just really focusing that super low on the lid on the outer corner and dragging it just a little bit across the lash line. Again, focusing most of the color on the outer half of the lid and just a little bit onto the inner corner. This is a great way to kind of give that, like a little bit of an eyeliner effect without having to be super precise, which is something that I like when we're in a hurry. Oh, by the way, this is a Morphe Jaclyn Hill JH40 brush. It's like a little tiny fluffy pencil brush. So you can see the difference between this eye and this eye, just adding that tiny bit of that smoked out effect on the outer corner. Just takes it to the next level, brings it all together. Well, a little too far out here, so I'm just blending. I may have said that was the last thing I was going to do to my top lid, but that was a lie. Not an intentional lie. I am going to go in with this little itty bitty tiny smudgy brush and this color right here that is called Soda Pop. It's like the darkest brown, and I'm going to do even more with that little bit of liner effect and just smudge that right along the lash line. This is something that I like to do because, again, it gives you like the effect of an eyeliner without having to be super precise. And later, am I completely out of focus? Hello? What's happening? That was weird. I'm sorry if I was totally out of focus forever just now. As I was saying, it gives you the effect of an eyeliner without having to be super precise. And later, when you're ready to take off your makeup, it's not as intense to wash off. Plus, it's just kind of one of those things that's like a really easy step that adds a lot without having to do a lot of work. Okay, that time truly was the last thing for the top lashes. I'm going to go ahead and go to my lower lash line. I'm going to take this small fluffy pencil brush again, the JH40, with the shade Mocha, and just smudge that along the lower lash line. Okay, and then very last thing to finish off the lower lash line, I'm going to take that darkest brown called Soda Pop and just smudge it along the outer half of my lower lash line. And then again, taking that little fluffy pencil brush with no extra product and just back and forth across the lower lash line to blend that out a little bit more. And I'm going to take this shade right here that's called Beam and take that on my brow bone and the inner corner. One of my favorite ways to tie in like the whole eye look is to add a little bit of liner to my top waterline, my tight line. This is the Bare Minerals One Fine Line liner. And I'm just going to take that. Oh, you know what? I'm going to curl my lashes first, carefully, since you're right in your eyeball. Okay, this is one of those things that is like a trick that takes you a minute to get used to doing. But I feel like it helps to make your eyes pop so much more. It just adds like that little extra something. And I also really love this liner because it's very soft, so you don't have to press very hard because you don't want to press really hard and have like a scratchy liner in your eyeball. So this one is great because it's really, really easy to apply. And then before I do my mascara, I'm going to go ahead and set my face with the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. I just remembered I got this little fan. Life-changing. I got this at a clothing conference that I went to, and I was like, this would be perfect for drying setting spray, and then I forgot about it for literally 6 months. But I was right. That was lovely. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some mascara. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational. as always. Okay, the very last thing to finish off this look, I'm gonna go ahead and put on some lips. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Blackmail. It's a nice deep cherry kind of color that I really like. And I'm taking this all over my lips as if it were lipstick. I love this color, and I couldn't find an actual lipstick in it, so I'm just gonna use the pencil. Oh bother! This lip liner is not agreeing with me the same way that it normally does because I put a lip balm underneath it, so now it's like kind of mad at me. I'm being a little slidey. That's alright. It's gonna be fine. You know what? I am gonna put a little bit of gloss over this just for funsies. This is the MAC lip gloss. It's just their clear lip gloss. And I'm going to use a little brush to put this on just so I don't get a ton of red in here, and then this is tinted a weird color. Yuck. Oh, I love this gloss. It's like so shiny and so slippy, but it's not sticky, which I really, really appreciate. Okay, so that is the completed look, vampy lip and all. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, I would love it if you would subscribe. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.